So it's about 1,800 square foot, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, brick home on about half an acre. It's right down from the venue that he's getting married at, actually, on Rose Road. I have redone from the plugs up from every outlet. We changed everything in the house is brand new. Granite, floors, carpeting, light fixtures, everything. The other three are investment properties that I have. They are brick homes, and they're also quarter-acre lots right here in the city in Willis. And they're all right here on the same street. Two are next door to each other. One is just a few doors down. They're all brick homes, 2 and 3 bedroom. I have done some remodeling. I put in 2 of them, new tile floors, new paint, carpet, stuff like that. The only thing I haven't done that I wanted to do was update the countertops like granite. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was telling him, to look up. They just listed one right down the street, right on the corner of 201 County Line Road, and he just listed it at 169 or 165, 165 or 169. And I told him, I said, I've already got an offer on one of the homes, as is, for $125,000. The one next door to me sold year before last for $135,000. House that they just remodeled is probably going to go around $150,000 or $160,000. Okay? Mm-hmm. I told him I would do a package deal. I would sell the one. I cannot and won't. I just came off almost $40,000 on that house on Road Road. And I just had another person just call me about it. Well, I've actually got 2 people. My daughter-in-law just called me about that house. I will not take less than $200,000. And I told him as a package deal, I would sell each of these homes in the other 3 for $100,000 apiece. I'm not coming off of it because they're worth more than that just sitting there. Now, and I'm more than reasonable. I told him, I said, you do your research in this area. Every one of these houses are selling over $100,000, 150, 160, okay, 140. So I said, that's as a package deal at 500. I said, I told him, I said, do y'all's research, and I'm as honest as the day is long. I've lived here 30 years. Willis is growing. You can rent these properties today as they sit. I have family members and friends of mine, so I'm getting less money than a lot of people because I'm trying to help people out. That's my problem. And my kids tell me to get out of rental business because all I do is I have a big heart. I try to help people. Today, we have mobile homes here renting for $1,500 and more. So I know my homes will bring $1,200 to $1,500 easy. And you can look up. There's nothing in Willis, Texas under $1,000. Nothing for rent under $1,000. If it is, it's a one room that they're renting out of a house. Yeah. So he lives in. I know where he lives in Kingwood. Like 35 is a main corridor between Houston and Dallas. And Montgomery County is the fastest growing in the United States. That's how I mean, I can't even tell you if you came back here and looked at it. But I told him, walking through each house, I can FaceTime you, I can show you the home, whatever you want. If you want to, I told him to come down here and look at them, we'll talk and, we'll cuss and discuss. That's what I told him.
Okay, got it.
And I am, my husband was diagnosed with brain cancer, and it's terminal, and so I'm trying to spend whatever time I can with my husband, and I don't need any more stress, and so that's where I'm sitting. And he's agreed that I'm going to wait till the sale. I liked this guy that called me. He was very nice. All these other people, they send you these letters, and he just seemed like someone I might could talk to and tell him my situation, and if you want to make up, I about these other 3 houses that he called about, and my brother has about 20 interested in selling as well. He's almost ready to retire. have a lot of contacts that I might can help, help y'all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I appreciate that. So
Y'all,
there's
y'all sound a lot younger than us. We're tired.
so there's just to make sure I understand. There's a total of 4 houses, and you're asking $400,000 for the package, right?
No, I'm asking 500 for the brick homes or 100 each. So I told him the 3 and the 2 as a package deal. I cannot come off that because I can sell them individually for a lot more.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, I'm more than get another 200,000 else.
Sure. Okay. And it looks like he kind of talked to you a little bit about a creative option that we like to do.
No, he said he would let you talk to me about it because he said you were better at that.
Sure. So the term that we're referring to, installment sale, meaning the price that you're looking for, we would still be buying it as is, so you're not having to put any money in. But we just basically make you money, payment over time in installments. So that way you can, you get a check from us every single month, and you don't have to deal with the tenants. I mean, it works out good for you, and it works out for us because we don't have to go and qualify for mortgages and deal with.
And yeah, because they've all got they're all income producing. My problem is I'm trying to get out, and because I don't have much time. My husband, that's what I'm trying to do, is liquidate. I know what to me that's like a lease to own, or or own a finance. I don't know what all your terms
on what we're trying to get out of the property, what you're trying to get out. You wouldn't have to invest any time into it. So what we do when we structure this is we have a loan servicing company, so we don't even have to stay in contact. We'll just make payments to the loan servicing company, and they'll pay you out every month on the notes that we have. So as far as the terms, it just all depends on what would work for you.
Talking, y'all ain't putting no money down. I don't understand what you're.
Oh, I mean, so we could put, no, we're not going to put any money down. I'm just saying that, you wouldn't have to manage any or monthly payment to a loan service company, and they'll pay you out every month. So, as you mentioned, you didn't want to have to dealing with it.
Right. Well, but like I said, that's like almost owner financing. You can pay me monthly.
Sure.
But I'm asking, so in that, with that, what would the terms be as money down front? They're not. Are you talking about no money up front? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we could say, we don't want to. We could structure it to where we give you a down payment, but we typically like to keep our down payment low, especially if you mentioned a few of them might need some repair work, right?
I need like a couple of doors.
Sure.
They're $30 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about little stuff, not major. So what percentage are you talking about in the monthly payment? Is that a percentage?
Purchase price?
Uh-huh.
No, so ideally we.
For monthly, what is the percentage that you take, or you send?
I'm sorry, I'm not really understanding.
I'm not understanding what monthly payment would I get?
Yes. So we would agree on a purchase price for each property. We'd make you payments on that over time. And that would depend on how long of a term we agree on. So, let's just say 10 years, for example. So we'll structure that to where every month we make you a certain payment and our balance is satisfied.
And do you know what interest rate you're looking at, or are you just on yourself, or what?
Yeah, if I can be honest with you here, we own houses, and most of them we get with either 0% interest. Not saying that that's what I want to do with your property, but when it comes down to doing it this way, there has to be a benefit of doing it, opposed to just going out and getting a traditional loan. So what we accept in terms of a down payment, or interest rate.
Well, I'd have to go home and get on my calculator and see what you're talking about.
Sure.
But I think I would have to talk about it. We're here actually at our broker right here, right now. So I'd have to talk to him about what that would be like, and I would call you back. And this number is okay? Is this your personal number?
Yeah, you can call or text me.
Okay. All right. Well, let me talk to my husband and my guy here and see what you're thinking about doing, and then I'll call you back. Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if you think out all the details in terms of a down payment, interest rate, how long of a term, and that way we can because I'd like to know what works for you before I go and send out an offer because I don't.
No, I understand. I understand. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. So let me talk to him. Give me a day or so. Let me talk to him and think about it, and I'll give you a call back. Okay.
Awesome. Sounds good, Becky.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Okay.
That was awesome. Good job, Nick.
So she has 4 houses that she wants to sell, 500,000. Did you guys underwrite these, or what the value of these are?
Right. So I just did a quick Zillow search. Of course, Zillow's not 100% right, of course. But it looks like one is worth 205, the other one is 116, and one of them is 427. That's the one that's on 3 acres. And I don't know about the 4th property because she, from what I was talking to her, or Eric was talking to her, she was only mentioning 3. And when I looked her up on the CAD, I could only find those 3 properties. So I
think that kind of confused me because I thought she was talking about 4 properties and then she said 3. So
right. So she said there was 3 rentals and then the house that she flipped. So I think she's talking about 4 houses for $500K.
It could be a pretty good package. You said the one is worth about 400.
Yeah, that's the one that's got acreage, 3.62 acres.
Maybe.
Oh, you got a call.
Hey, Paolo.
Yeah.
Sounded like you had a different story with you than
he did. He did. He definitely did.
How's what am I looking at? Okay, Abdul. House is under contract. Sorry.
Yeah, you good.
Already has a new pain points. Already has a new bill. What would a down payment look like? He was hesitant at first, but below. Got it. Okay, so he says he would be open to taking a down payment.
Yeah. I had a conversation with him about, we can't, if we're going to go up to your price and if we're going to give you your equity, what would a down payment look like? And he kind of paused and was like, I don't know right now. And I was like, okay, we would need to be, like us, our partnership would need to be between like 5 and 10,000, preferably less than 10. And he was kind of hesitant, like I said, but he said, okay, I'm going to be open to it.
Got it. Okay. Did you throw his number in there?
Yeah.
Is this Abdul?
Yes, it's Abdul.
Hey, Abdul. My name is Pace. I'm partners with Paolo. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Peso?
I'm awesome. Hey, Paolo told me you guys had a conversation about your house just recently.
Yeah, he came to my house. We had a conversation. I asked him to give me the number. He said, I'm not numbering, but my preference is to give you all the estimate numbers and stuff.
Yeah, he said he was mentioning that did you have your house up on the market or what were you doing?
No, I took it off from the market.
Did you take it off the market because you had a buyer that backed out or something?
No, I decided if I not sell because I wanted to rent. Because also another factor is that I have a lot of time till October. Most of the buyers will not agree to that time. They want to move.
Got it. Okay. So you're not not gonna sell. You're just gonna rent the house out. So maybe we're wasting our time.
Yeah, that's my initial decision. Because you are buying it on terms, right?
I buy houses cash and terms, but I imagine you probably won't take my cash offer. That's why we always offer terms as well.
If I get a good price, why I'm selling it?
What do you mean?
I mean, if I get the price and I list it, also I want to wait for me to list back to they build my new house.
Sweet, that's awesome. So you would sell it on terms, or you would not sell it on terms?
I want to see the numbers. First time that about terms selling and not selling that. He didn't explain it to me. Then I asked for the number, how that's gonna work, and he said was explaining it.
Okay, cool. So let's go through that. If I was going to buy it on terms,
Okay.
what kind of number would you want to see?
The number I posted 360.
So if somebody gave you 360, would you sell it on terms?
I will sell it on terms.
Yes.
But yeah, if somebody give me those one and also my equity.
How much equity do you have?
I have like more than 100,000.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not a good deal for us.
Okay, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, most of my sellers are letting me bring $5,000 or $10,000 to the table and selling to me.
Hi everyone, my name is a lot of requests for how I find larger buyers in my market, so the buyers. I currently right now I'm keeping properties than wholesaling. So the deals that I don't want, I typically wholesale those to some pretty specific buyers if the property meets their requirements, and if it does, I tend to get a pretty larger check. So I will show you really quick how I find these types of buyers in PropStream. So let's get started. Okay, so we are now in PropStream, and we're going to do a quick search to find larger buyers in Kansas City, Missouri. So we will go ahead and type in the here. Okay, and right now there are no filters on anything. Okay, and again, I'm going to go ahead and change this to city big buyers.
Okay, well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
To all of these properties and add it to a list in PropStreams.
Sounded like you had a different story with
here. After it downloads, and then export this as an Excel file.
With you and him?
And then from here,
I told
place the
I
current
presented what we were doing.
person to name this. So
It would actually
one of the first things I do is color code this so I can start hiding the columns I don't
This
need.
equity was $100,000.
Sure, but it looks like they own that whole area. It might be a developer.
Yeah, that's
all these are the same. So look at like just right here. All these are the same mailing address.
got it. So there.
That looks like it's probably an apartment or something.
So guys, again, there's another really good example of like looking for the no, right? It's like, with all the racial stuff going on, I'm hesitant to talk about race, but whenever you get an East Indian seller that is adamant about a price, the likelihood of closing an East Indian seller on price is a near impossibility. That's an industry standard. It's not me. It's not my team. It's not Steve Sprang. It's not Max Maxwell. It is everybody in the industry. When we get together in masterminds, we always talk about how it is impossible that nobody we know has closed an East Indian seller. And then last year, I closed an East Indian seller, and we went to the closing table, and he never showed up to close. So I have never closed an East Indian seller. I've closed a lot of Asians, which is another really, really, really tough demographic to close. But when an East Indian says, nope, not interested, I typically don't fight him. I just don't fight him. I get off the phone and I'd rather spend my time generating new leads. So I'm not into the racial thing. I'm just more into the sales thing and allocating my time and energy to places that I think I'm going to get the fastest deals. Yeah. And he's saying that it's not Julian and that he doesn't know who Juan Osordo is.
Okay. We just talked not even 2 hours ago.
Yeah, maybe give him a call. Just say, hey, my partner Pace is the one texting you. Do you not remember me? He's acting like he doesn't. That's not his name either.
He's